About 1.5 weeks ago, I did a price prediction and price analysis on the Axie Infinity cryptocurrency. Right now, the price of Axie Infinity is actually making some very nice bullish moves. So I think it's time to update this price prediction and price analysis. I think a bullish breakout could happen, but to inform you of the full situation, I'll sketch out two different scenarios which I think are most likely to happen, together with different ways in which you can profit off of those scenarios. Alright, let's dive right into this prediction and price analysis. This will be a fully technical analysis. I'm not looking at the fundamentals of Axie Infinity, both the game and the cryptocurrency. We are on the 4-hour time frame, looking at the Axie Infinity cryptocurrency against USDT on Binance. And this will be a price prediction for the next days and weeks, I think. And you should always take into consideration that this is purely a technical analysis, and this is my opinion and my analysis on this cryptocurrency. So I would advise you to always do your own analysis too, to basically make the best decision possible. So as I said, I think two scenarios are likely to happen for Axie Infinity right now. Let's start with the black scenario. And within that scenario, basically I will sketch out the scenario that Axie Infinity will not go into an uptrend just yet, but that it will stay into this consolidation range, which it is at right now, anywhere between 141 and 113. So basically that means that price has to pull back from this 141 and 137 level, and I think then the first support will probably be around 130, and it might hit this key level once again. Then it will hit the trend line crossover, which I think is very strong, so that would be the 127 price level. And basically I think it will go into a small downtrend. It could possibly take a little bit lower, and that it will then eventually find support at 117 and ultimately at 114. But that really depends. It could also just find support at 117 or 118 and then bounce up again. And once it has hit one of those two levels, so either 117.7 to be clear, and 114, if it hits one of those two levels, I think the price will then, as you see a lot in consolidations and when price is moving between a range, it will then actually start to build up an uptrend again. And that could be in one very big move, such as we see right now, but that could also be slow. So maybe that it will find resistance at 130, then find some support at 122, maybe some resistance more at 130. Basically a small uptrend while we move towards the upper bound of the range again. And basically when it's at the upper bound again, then it definitely needs updating, because looking at this cryptocurrency long term, I think there is a lot of potential in it. So I am definitely expecting a breakout to the upside long term to semi long term. And that is also what I sketched out in the other scenario, the blue scenario. And that basically means that it is right now at the key level, but that from this key level it actually breaks through. This is quite a significant key level, so that when it breaks through it will gain some bullish momentum. And then I think the first key level it will hit will be 155, and then depending on how much bullish momentum there is still left, it will pull back from this area, but that might be a very small pullback. So let's say up until 150, and that it then breaks through the 155, after which it might find some resistance at 170, but basically this resistance point, so if it breaks through the 155, that's unknown, because that would be an all-time high. What is known is that ultimately I think a big resistance area would be the 180. It's both a psychological key level and there's a fib right there. and if it reaches it very or fairly quickly, there's also a trend line, but that's basically the ultimate key level or the ultimate resistance which it needs to reach. And this key level is just made up. It could be, to be honest, anywhere. But yeah, let's get back to the 155. I think it will find some bearish pullback from there. But it really depends how much it will pull back based on the bullish momentum that there is at that point of time when it hits this key level. So if it breaks through right now, I think there would be quite some bearish momentum, because the price has made such a big move, and people will be wanting to take some profits, causing it to pull back a little. What could also happen is that price not immediately breaks through the 142, 140 level, but then it goes down first, and then we are looking at this trend line crossover once again, which is exactly 126.65. This looks like quite a strong area, both because it is at a very strong support trend line, but it's also mixed with another trend line, and there is a recent key level right here, which it will retest off of. So what could also happen is that it bounces off of this 126.65, and that it then continues to do the same thing I just explained. So it will break through the key level of 141 up until 137, finding resistance at 155 first, and depending on the bullish momentum, do a small pullback. It's like the biggest pullback could be, in my opinion, up until the 141 again. Then breaking through, possibly retesting off of the 155, and then ultimately I think the next big resistance will be at 180. So in short, I think the two things that can happen for this cryptocurrency right now is that first of all, it will continue to go in consolidation and move between a range before actually going for another breakout, another bullish breakout. Or it will break out right now and a quicker uptrend will form. And that's basically this price prediction. If you have any questions, I might have went through it a little bit too fast. So if you have any questions about this price prediction and price analysis, please let me know down in the comments, and I will make sure to respond to that as soon as possible. As for now, thank you for watching and listening, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.